Welcome to our mapping project on the Mark and Paula Hurd Welcome Center. This was opened in 2023, and this building was just designed to be sort of the front door of Baylor University, a place that welcomes prospective students, alumni, family, and visitors. Our project is going to relate to how the space fulfills its role as a central gathering place, but especially how we can improve its intrigue, right? Improving its accessibility and functionality for everyone who visits. To make the Hurd Center less intimidating, we also suggest bringing local Waco small businesses into the Hurd Center. This aligns with universal design principles that emphasize community, integration, and cultural connection. Having local vendors here in the Hurd would encourage students to stop by more often, right? And expose guests to Waco's culture and strengthen the relationship between Baylor and broader community. And overall, it's going to transform the Hurd Center from a more formal event space into a living part of everyday campus life. According to Richard Yao, dining out can be a therapeutic experience. It can help visitors feel more at home and welcomed among the other amenities offered here at the Hurd. And then as a result, we would be adding Waco's joy and pride, such as Twisted Root Burger, HTO, and Shorty's Pizza as well. These three would serve as the sort of pit stops for visitors enjoying the Hurd, but who are in need of a quick bite and a sip, right? And also they would be among the several Wacoan food and beverage nukes that would be offered at the new Hurd, right? And Yao goes on to mention that more restaurants are embracing these inclusive designs, which reflects a broader societal trend toward recognizing and accommodating the diverse needs of individuals. And then we intend to add these sort of, Shorty's Pizza, HTO places because there's just a lack of food and beverage options here in the Hurd, which can only be found and offered. The only things that can be found here are just Pete's Coffee. And instead, we would add these traditional Wacoan cuisine, Twisted Root Burger, HTO, etc. cuisine to market the food here in Waco. And to make this more welcoming and just like an overall better place, we'd be adding small Baylor-themed gestures that help visitors not spend as much money, right? So instead they would buy from apparel stores, or instead of buying from apparel stores where they're spending upwards to $130, we're going to make this space feel more personal and just better for the connection wise. We would be offering apparel like welcome cards, refreshments, Baylor themed keepsakes, and just going a longer way in creating a warm and memorable experience. And we intend to have different tables or stands around the Hurd, so we could be giving these away, these keepsakes, the free apparel, to build a stronger connection with our visitors. And so there could also be implemented sort of backdrops for areas where people could take pictures and just have a better experience and more of a memory when they come here.
One key improvement we propose is the addition of multilingual, tactile, and digital navigation aids. And this would include Braille and raised text signage that includes Braille, QR codes that link to maps in different languages, and digital kiosks at entrances of the Hurd to help visitors locate events and offices. And more on the Braille, according to Letitia, a digital accessibility specialist, Letitia is a digital accessibility specialist, Braille continues to be significant for the autonomy of people living with blindness, even in an increasingly modern world. And she described it as a code made from 6 raised dots, right, Braille, on a grid that helps from letters, numbers, and other symbols. Braille gives people living with blindness the opportunity to perform simple everyday tasks and acquire independence.
Several design features made the Hurd Center effective in its welcoming mission. Architecturally, it accomplishes this through its open glass front, high ceilings, and large flexible meeting spaces. The spacious areas and natural lighting create an inviting atmosphere that encourages people to gather. There are also 4 different columns with great technology and videos that showcase what it means to be a Baylor Bear. Second, the Hurd central location near I-35 and Baylor's campus makes it easily accessible for both visitors and students. The integration of event spaces and administrative offices also allows for interaction between different parts of Baylor communities, such as spaces for orientation, team or club meetings, and more. Although the Hurd Center already has a couple of these displays, we could instead have kiosks that include interactive maps not only of the Hurd Center, but also the campus, and in dictating the moments where different events are going on inside the building. Also, this could include general navigation of offices with the feature of being able to do that in different languages. Additionally, a good improvement to the Hurd Center would be working on multilingual accessibility, proving to acknowledge visitors from all over the world coming to Baylor University, and also acknowledging our addition to our new slogan, Pro Mundo, or For the World. Witzel acknowledges and recognizes the importance of multilingual accessibility, mentioning that the access to different languages in a given space should be perceived as a form of infrastructure, therefore treated as an investment catered to the benefit of everyone. Language support, according to Witzel, is not a privilege or a bonus, but instead it is a right. Also, the article Building Trust Through Technology describes the utility of technology like accessible and interactive kiosks in order to allow people to navigate large areas such as the Welcome Center, which is obviously an intimidating and huge space. Although the Hurd Center already has a couple of these displays, we could instead have actual kiosks that include interactive maps of not only the Hurd Center, but also the rest of campus, dictating the moments that events are going on within this building. According to Building Trust Through Technology, with the use of QR codes, the multilingual campus and the Welcome Center map would allow people to receive the directions that they want to take through their phone, being able to select the language they desire, and then they will be catering actually to language accessibility. Gabby Belair Lombard mentions in her article that navigating unfamiliar spaces can be stressful, especially with those with limited time or mobility. Digital wayfinding helps visitors quickly find what they need without frustration. Ultimately, we want to add accessibility and comfort in this aspect of the Hurd.
Which brings us to the last point, accessibility. Look around us. This is such a big space, right? The issue that sort of comes around is, what if you're unable to understand the language that we have put up? What if you're an international student and trying to visit and understand if Baylor is the right choice for you? What if you're trying to go from one floor to the other, but you don't know as to where the lifts are? Those are the major big problems that we have here at Baylor's Hurd Center. One of the big things that we can see is on the elevators, the braille is actually not above the switch. It's directly beside the actual opening of the door. That's really inconvenient because even when we were trying to search for that, we really didn't find it ourselves, and we can see. So I think we should switch to that universal form of things where, you can sort of have the braille just right above the button. That way we're able to understand which floor you're on. And also, whenever we're trying to enter a room, we might have more than just the room number put up so that the person who's trying to go inside it can understand a little bit more. See these boards right here. They display some information on them, but they don't really talk too much about the actual layout and stuff, which is sort of like how Vivian talked about, there is a problem with the actual mapping of this. It's a very huge space, and to navigate around, it's going to be a really big problem. Now here's some instances of how we can improve that. We can have international languages and other stuff put up here. Are these the washrooms? I can't really tell. Do I go on this side? I wouldn't want to go there, Is this the elevator? Where's the braille? It's over here. Where is it? Why is it over here? Okay. Now, I need to go to a meeting at the auditorium, but I don't really know where the auditorium is. Is it this room? No, I don't think that, because this is the ballroom. It's on the second floor. How would I know that? Let's check out the gift shop. Where's the gift shop? Oh, it's all the way over there. This is the Hurd. And let's hope you see these new updates show up so that I don't drown in the rain.